If you're robotically affirming for a specific person, please stop there. Don't do it. Don't do it without addressing the internal state, because guess what? Yes, you'll manifest that person in, but it won't stick. If you have certain triggers, if your inner state, your self-concept is so shit, it will not stick. I'm sorry. I'm going to give you the hard true facts about manifesting. So welcome to my channel. If you're quite new, head over to my website now where you'll find more information about me. So in a nutshell, I'm a top natural psychic. Don't use any tools when I'm connecting in, and I've incorporated my abilities within manifestation coaching. And as you can see on my website, you'll see a list of testimonials that you can go through to see what it's all about. Now, first and foremost in this video, the reason why I'm saying to you, do not robotically affirm for your specific person. If you haven't done the inner state, if you haven't addressed that internal world, don't do it, because you're setting yourself up for disappointment. And you're probably thinking, she's a bit limited. No, it's the hard truth. It's hard, cold facts, I was going to say, yeah? Now, I've seen countless number of times, when I've given some psychic insight navigation. And one thing that I can tell you as a psychic is I've come across a lot of needy, desperate women, unfortunately. And I know it's all down to their poor self-concept. And it's the belief that they carry that this person is going to make them happy. No, I hate to break it for you. No external person, there's no external thing that can make the internal happy. It's called self-concept for a reason. Self-love for a reason. Self-care for a reason. It all starts from within. Now, what you'll find with a lot of celebrities actually is that they will start talking about this once they've broken out what I call a cycle. So they will go through the same cycle over and over again, and probably you have too, until they actually learn the lesson that, hang on, I need to shift something in the internal. It's my internal that's creating my reality. Well, no shit, Sherlock. That's exactly it. So a lot of people would just say robotically affirm, do the scripting. That's great. You're tricking the subconscious mind. Yeah, it can show up on your reality. So if I did it for you, you'd be like, oh, he loves me. He wants my babies. He wants to marry me. Can't stop thinking about me. Oh, I'm so sexy. Yeah, that's great. I don't disagree with that. You'll manifest the person in. But what about it actually sticking? Because psychically, I can tell you there's going to be triggers along the way unless you don't start doing your inner work. So take this as an analogy, right? You're out shopping, you filled up your bags, and they're so heavy. And you're like, oh, we have those days. So then you start walking with your shopping bags, and as you're walking, you're affirming. You're like, yeah, I'm beautiful, he loves me, I'm hot, I'm desirable. And then all of a sudden you see him. And you're like, oh my God. And then you start having a really good chit chat. You start talking, you have that excitement, you have that butterflies. And all of a sudden he says, I need to go now. And you're there left with the shopping bags. And you're like, well, I'll break it down to you guys what's happening. So those shopping bags, they represent the relationships that you've been in. Yeah. So it could be perhaps your relationship with your father, it could be past relationships, toxic relationships, any form of relationship that you've encountered, you are carrying the baggage of it because you haven't cleared it. So by the time you've manifested this specific person in, yes, great, you've met the person, you spent some time with each other, you've dated, you've been in a relationship, but it hasn't stuck. Why? Because you're still carrying those shopping bags. I'm like, where's the inner work? So when I'm talking about inner work, that's what I mean. Clearing out those shopping bags, clearing it all out. So when you're clearing it out, it's actually, you know what? I don't really want this stuff now. I don't really want it in my energy field. I'm going to start robotically affirming from a solid inner state. So really clean, good flowing energy around me. And then by the time I meet this person, which you have, it's like, boom, energy just radiates. That's where you find a lot of people in and out of relationships, a lot of the times. And I psychically have seen it. That's one of the things frustrating as a psychic is when you know when a relationship's going to work out or when it isn't. And it's all based of your energy. So I remember once I had to say to this client that even though I gave her a reading and I picked up on a specific person, I told her, I said, unless you don't address your inner state, that person's going to come in and potentially break off. She didn't listen to me. She had to learn the hard way. So the person came in and guess what? Broke off. Then it's like, oh, Annie, oh my God, you were right. Oh my God, I should have done the work. I said, no, your work should have started every day, consistently. It's you. That's why they call it self-love, self-care, self-concept, self-improvement. It all starts from you, because it's this internal that creates the reality outside. So I'm not typically one of those coaches out there that just focuses on just the mindset or just the energy or just the body. What I've done on my platform is I've brought together the spiritual masters that have their unique ability of their own, and we've combined the mind, body and soul as a package together. Everything in one, everything addressing your inner state. Like, wow. So what we've done is we've combined the mind, body and soul as a package, because it's true, it comes as a package. It's you getting behind your manifesting state, ensuring that your mind, body and soul is all aligned. So when it comes to the energy, it's all about knowing that your energy field is clean. It doesn't have any energy residue from past relationships, totally clean. Because sometimes, when you have like a sexual energy transfer, and that's something that I'll do in another video, but boy, oh boy. Ugh. But cleaning that out, ensuring that you're at the highest vibration, which is 997 hertz, which by the way is the most advanced technical healing work out there in the market. Yeah, blows any other healing out there. And then you've got your body. Your body has to be in the best physical shape. Like there's a picture of me in my bikini, right? So that was a body shape that I was working towards and I've maintained. Look pretty hot though, right? And then when it comes to the mind is like no other. So the meditations that we do, where we go into your energy field, it clears it all out. Remember, we want to clear it out as well as affirming on top. We don't just want to affirm on crap. We don't want to do that. So when you're ready to learn more, head over to my website where you'll find more information about the one-to-one warrior group. Click on that button. It'll take you straight onto a page as to what it's all about, what it's like to be coached one-to-one with Annie herself. And when you're ready for that desired change, truly ready, register your interest now. And don't forget, you can also check out my free videos on my YouTube channel. But until then, take care and I'll see you soon.